Hello, my audience. My name is Jake Allen Graham. I'm reviewing Halloween movie from 2018 flick. It's one of those reboots, sequel to the original reboots, remake, reimagine. As in, this movie wants to pretend that the first one happened, but the rest of the sequels never happened. That this is the only sequel. It ain't that good. Why not just do a straight up remake? Because why not? That would make more sense. So this is 2018 flick of Halloween. I give this a 6 point out of 10 points. It is the worst Halloween movie I've seen in the Halloween saga since H2O. But my god, I was a selfish prick thinking H2O was the worst it could get. No, it's Halloween 20 years later. I've seen all of them, but I thought H2O was the weakest in the saga from the original timeline. That's connected to the first movie before this movie happened. The opening's 15 minutes is solid, then the Halloween score cuts into the opening, and then after the opening, all of our hope is shattered as we're introduced to, it falls, instead of falling Michael Myers onto the bus, him onto his bus, onto the bus, and, him going we have to develop the victims that will survive this movie. Unfortunately, that's Jolie Cruz and her people that are bloodline relatives. So nobody really dies that it's important in the plot of Halloween. That's our main character. Lame. That's not scary, that's stupid. You might as well make it a comedy while you're at it. And have Michael Myers do a little sing and dance. And have him sing Music of the Night while he's slashing his victims. Why not just do that? They'll at least be original, but I can't give this movie 4 points for originality. It just feels like we're rehearsing shitty, similar territory waters for nostalgia bait. And we don't have the common sense to kill them off, or make their lives feel like they're in danger. We'll tease that, it built around it, but we'll never pay it off for you guys. But we'll have tons of shock kills that feel random, out of nowhere, just to demonstrate how much of a monster Myers still is. A competent serial killer. If you're confused by that direction that they went for, then you're confused like me. On why we why we gave this movie so much money. Truly, it's because the trailer showed all the good stuff and none of the shitty ideas or the lame, underwhelming factor will be when a movie wraps up. As the movie ends on Myers dying in a burning building, and our victims surviving the first chapter of their journey until Halloween Kills or ends, continues the story right after this one ended. brings back Michael Myers after he killed him off in a burning freaking building. Then they had to know, then they, because they then in Halloween Kills, I seen clips too. They killed Michael Myers off for a third time in a brawl, beat him to death because he doesn't have his mask. He's always not unprepared for violence. He needs his mask to prepare him for violence. I guess that's where it's the source of his powers or something. That's in the theatrical cut, but in the extended cut, Myers is able to kill and overwhelm the group of angry mob that want to kill Myers and do kill Myers, succeed in the two different endings for Halloween Kills. One where Myers goes out like a complete pussy. Myers, where he becomes a confident serial killer and accomplishes his goals and doesn't let obstacles stand in his way of not having a mask to cover his face. They give him the face of William Shatner. I think I can say Halloween Kills, a director's cut, is a better movie than this movie, or than the theatrical cut of Halloween Kills. The director's cut of Halloween Kills looks like shit, so I'm assuming the killer cut of director's cut of Halloween Kills, it looks probably good. One can hope. I could hope for this movie, but then I was let down. Oh, and we're in this one of those movies where there's forced drama, everyone hates each other, and it's a dysfunctional family until the serial killer brings them together as a true family of harmony. It's one of those bullshit plots for Hollywood standards modern blockbusters it goes for. A modern blockbuster standard cliche plots. The cliches are killing me. That's in this movie. Now I know how the character from A Clockwork Orange felt when he was being tortured, forcing to watch films with his eyes open. I now know how he feels. I'm cured, he says. Remember, he says, thank God I'm finally cured. And it's revealed at the end he's actually crazier than ever before, more unstable, and calls that cured. Yeah. That's what this movie makes me feel like. Fills my heart with hate and disease madness of doing the same thing over again till even if someone dies. I would like to kill this movie if it was a person and then shoot it again even though if it was dead. I would like to beat this dead horse physically, abuse it. That's my thoughts on Halloween 2018 flick and why it sucked as a 6 point out of 10. A forgettable, mediocre mess. Like Skyfall. Or Spectre. Or Quantum of Solace. I give it a 6 point out of 10 points. Forgettable mess like those movies. James Bond movie by Craig. Daniel Craig, right? So that's my review on Halloween 2018. Trust me when I say the less I tell you about the story, the more you'll thank me if you just experience for yourself. And if you're curious, you'll thank me. And if you're curious, seeing it for yourself, that I was more spared the stupid details of this movie plot. As it makes the plot to Devil and Lee in the Water look competent movies by M. Night Shyamalan. Or The Village by him. Or Signs. Or Sixth Sense. Or Unbreakable. These movie feels like one of those M. Night Shyamalan movies I mentioned, or all the above. But worse than all of them. Worse than the Star Wars sequel trilogy by Disney Studios, whipped out of their ass once they owned the rights to Lucasfilms. That's where Rey's the protagonist. Rey. What kind of fucked up name is that for a girl? Rey. And we find out her last name's Palpatine, so her name's Rey Palpatine. Then she takes her adopted family name. I guess they are adopted, so not really family. So he takes the name Skywalker and changes it from Palpatine to Skywalker, what it calls herself. Rey Skywalker. That sounds suspiciously made up. I'm having trouble giving my suspension of disbelief like this movie that I watched Halloween. This movie was stupid Halloween. This wasn't scary, it just sucked. Wasn't fun, wasn't campy, wasn't funny, was nothing. What a mediocre, fucking stupid movie. So, I give this a 6 points out of 10 points. Goodbye, subscribe, like this video. 6 out of 10 this gets points. 6 out of 10. Yep. That's my review. Bye.